Reporters extort businessmen. PSC wants day off. Fishing licenses trigger diplomatic spat. And landowners to be compensated for gas pipeline. Hi, I'm Rico Bulford, and this is Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. Two reporters, Gary Eliezer and Alex Wayne, were arrested during a sting operation on Friday after they allegedly tried to extort a local businessman for $90 million to remove an embarrassing online article about him. On Sunday, the cops said that Eliezer admitted to them that they were contacted by the owner of SPF Petroleum, Dwayne Bess, who told them that the owner of an unnamed car dealership has been evading taxes. He then reportedly wrote the article, which he then sent to overseas PNC rabble-rouser Rickford Burke, who Eliezer said posted it to Guyana News Network Facebook page as well as their website. Additionally, Eliezer told the detective that he also sent 5 articles targeting other persons and at least one government agency to Burke. Burke denied any association with the GNN brand and posited that Eliezer was being coerced by the police to build a supposedly fake case against him. Meanwhile, the police are currently searching for Dwayne Bess. Yes, not Dorwin. Apparently the police took it upon themselves to rechristen the man. The government has received a US $120 million loan from the Islamic Development Bank and is looking to pre-qualify contractors for the repairs to the Soesdijk-Linden Highway. Invitations for bids will be issued to pre-qualified contractors in December of this year. The project entails reconstruction of approximately 73 kilometers of the asphaltic concrete pavement of the Soesdijk Junction to the Wisma Bridge in Linden. The Private Sector Commission is calling on the government to declare tomorrow, Tuesday, September 27th, a national holiday, so we can all go watch cricket. According to the PSC, with the Guyana Amazon Warriors slated to play against Barbados at 10 a.m., followed by St. Lucia playing Jamaica at 7 p.m., the traffic situation on the nation's roadways will be chaotic for those working and attending school. And by the nation, he literally just means on the East Bank. But anyway, all I have to say is, wow, what an excuse to get out of work. They really have some goal. Ha-ha! GDF Sergeant Timian McPherson is now hospitalized after he was injured while parachuting on Friday at the National Stadium in preparation for the CPL final on Tuesday. Though Sergeant McPherson sustained injuries to the chest and the neck, he is expected to make. The family of 22-year-old miner Ray Wame Narayan is currently fearing for their safety as the men who allegedly shot and killed Narayan last week Thursday are still on the run. During the same incident, which occurred in Region 7, Narayan's twin brother was also attacked, but managed to escape with his life. However, the family of the brothers stated that they have already received threats from the suspects, who police have reported are Sean Thomas and Yakimi Richards, a father and son from Pearl Village, East Banknow. 17-year-old Stanton Gurway died on Saturday following an accident along the Linden-Soesdijk Highway. According to the police, Garraway was riding a motorcycle down the road when a hire car driver going in the opposite direction turned into his lane, colliding head-on with him. Both Garraway and the driver of the vehicle, 50-year-old Augustine Klaas, were admitted to the hospital with serious head injuries, to which Garraway succumbed. Klaas is listed in a serious condition. On the 23rd of September, county officers busted 20-year-old Errol Lachu during an operation at Turkinderin, West Coast Demerara, in which he was found with a haversack containing 118 grams of cannabis. He is currently in police custody. On Saturday, Kanu busted 58-year-old minibus driver Lal Badua with over 119.4 pounds of cannabis. Acting on a tip they received, officers stopped his vehicle at Bedford-Wacton, East Coast Demerara, where the weed was found in the back of Lowell's minibus. Lowell is currently in police custody. Your home is your most valuable asset, so before you sign on the dotted line, call VJS Home Inspections. They are a licensed and insured home inspection company with professionals operating in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, and Westchester County, from electrical and plumbing issues to a leaky roof. If there's a fault in the house, VJS will find it using the latest industry technology, including infrared scanners, HD drones, and more. So if you're buying or selling a home in New York, make the smart choice. Call VJS Home Inspections at 914-513-9356 and tell them Noriko sent you. It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest. Now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. Two women who made rude and nasty Facebook posts about each other have both been charged with a cybercrime. 31-year-old Danetta Thornhill and 50-year-old Christina Baird both pleaded not guilty to their respective charges. They were both released on $10,000 bail. Last week, Suriname's interim Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Business and International Cooperation, Krishna Matera, summoned Guyana's ambassador, Keith George, following Jagdeo's allegations of corruption within the Surinamese government being the cause of their failure to deliver on the promised 150 fishing license for Guyanese fishermen. Matera has called his statement an unfriendly act and, quote, irresponsible, not diplomatic, and not in line with the spirit of cooperation as neighboring countries, end quote. And she urged that Jagdeo refrain from statements on the issue while diplomatic efforts are underway, as such claims put unnecessary pressure on the relationship, because both foreign ministers are currently busy discussing the matters at hand. As of press time, the Guyanese government has yet to respond. In other cross-border news, the MV Kanawaima recommenced operations on Saturday after being docked for repairs last week. The vessel has resumed once-a-day service at 10 a.m., but will do multiple trips if deemed. After more than a decade of fighting by sweeper cleaners in public schools about their tiny salaries and non-permanent status, yesterday the government announced that with immediate effect, changes would give them minimum wage, but with full-time contracts and gratuity. Prior to this, sweeper cleaners were legally paid as little as $20,000 a month and sometimes even less. Now for today's oil update. On Friday, the government met with residents of several communities through which the gas pipeline will be built to discuss compensation for what will be their lost land. They are willing to pay affected landowners between $1 to $4 million per acre. However, Nondalal made it known that this is just the initial negotiation phase, but the government is going to get the land for the pipeline nevertheless. Thus far, the government has already commenced clearing a path for the pipeline from the Atlantic Ocean to Wales on the West Bank. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale is this 2016 Toyota Crown Athlete. It comes with Bluetooth, mag rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cash for $9.95 million, or pay as low as $1.99 million down with around $170,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Street, Queenstown, Lot 2 Lamar Street, and Southern Rico Century for this sweet deal. Are you a truck owner? Pay close attention. Avoid lengthy downtime when your truck broke down. Get high-quality DAF, International, Freightliner, Bedford TM, or Scammer truck parts at the lowest prices at Powered Automotive. Visit them at Lot 1161 EE Eccles, or call them on telephone number 6970171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Now for our Uncut News Viewers Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. On Friday, I asked about domestic violence. It's a serious problem. What should we do to try to address it? Dimitri V says, to be honest, the only thing the media can do really is to report on the cases and hope to God that the people watching or reading about it actually take notice and force change in the government. Indeed, I agree. Too often, it's people saying, well, damn, that was sad to hear about. But when you keep hearing about it on a daily basis, at some point, something's going to click in your head that, wow, I've got to do something to help change this, because my kids are living in the same country. I don't want them to have to deal with this in the future with my brother or my sister or any one of my family members. I don't want them to have to deal with this. Coming from the States, domestic violence is no joke. And even on the worst spectrum, people try to flip it for their own gain. Guyana needs to take more practices from other nations that are more developed than they are. I agree, especially on this note. And RC View Farm says, one thing the media and the GPF can do is start working together by naming names from the police blotter of the abusers when the reports are made. List their names and photos in the media so the country can know who they are. What other choices there? Desperate times call for radical solutions. Yes, and unfortunately, the police are so weird about when they decide to actually offer us photos. So you're absolutely right. This is something that they need to do in general. They really need to communicate more with journalists. But that's a story for another stupid news. So before we get to tonight's question, you can multiply your cash by selling digital top-up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Now for tonight's question. The PSC wants the government to declare tomorrow a national holiday. Do you think it should be a national holiday? Or should we stop taking it so seriously because it's just a cricket game? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks.